Do you know what you want out of life? Are you getting the results you are looking for? Do you feel that you are wasting too much time on non-productive activities?
Everyone has the right and the potential to live their dreams. But the question is, where do you begin? What path do you follow?
Discover Bob's step-by-step process, the disciplines and the secrets of personal leadership to turn these questions into answers. The results are measurable and lasting.
What is discipline? Does discipline have anything to do with success and motivation? Does discipline have anything to do with you? Hello, and welcome to this week's video learning program on understanding discipline. Over the last few weeks, we shared with you some videos on understanding success, motivation, and attitude. Today, that focus will be on discipline, and we'll show you how it can make a difference in your life. Discipline is the key. Discipline is defined as follows. Discipline is a commitment to the most important person in the world. It means doing what you have to do, even when you don't want to do it. Now, let's take a look at discipline. Because you see, discipline is it's a habit. And habits, we have many. We have ineffective habits and we have effective habits. Discipline is an effective habit. And discipline can help us take control of our habits and of our life so that we can accomplish anything we want in life. First thing we need to do is to discipline ourselves with awareness. We need to be aware of what are our ineffective habits. Because you see, ineffective habits bring us ineffective results. Effective habits give us effective results. Discipline is an effective habit and will lead us to getting the results we want. So what we have to do is be aware of our ineffective habits. Once we know what our ineffective habits are, then we could put a plan in place using discipline to change those ineffective habits to effective habits. A good example would be procrastination. Many people have that as an ineffective habit. Well, with discipline, we could do the opposite. We can actually set ourselves up to take action every time we procrastinate. You see, the whole thing about discipline is awareness. But not only is it awareness, we need to have the desire and the determination to make a change in our life if we want to take control of our lives and get the results we are looking for. So what we need to do is, with that desire, be aware. As we are aware, determined to make the changes necessary in our habits. And as we make those changes, we need to recognize and reward ourselves. You see, this is the secret behind making discipline effectively work for you. Any behavior that gets recognized or rewarded gets repeated. And that is the secret. So what we need to do is discipline ourselves. And as we discipline ourselves, we recognize that behavior, we reward it, and that behavior gets repeated. You see how discipline is a process, and it's an important process at that. Discipline, like attitude, is also 100% under our control. For example, you take the letter D. Its numerical value is 4. Do that with each letter in the word discipline, add them all up, and you will see that discipline is also 100% under your control. Want to increase your performance by 100%? Allow discipline to do it for you. Allow me to share a story with you. Many years ago, I realized I was a morning person. I used to get up at 7 a.m., have a cup of coffee, and go on my day. When I realized I was most productive in the morning, I thought, I wonder, if I got up an hour earlier, would it make any difference in my life? Well, I decided to do that. And what I decided to do was also change my habits. I decided to get up at 6 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. I also decided not to have a coffee when I wake up, but to use that coffee as a reward at 7 a.m. Because between 6 and 7 a.m., I would call that Bob time. That was my power hour. That was the hour that I took time to reflect on where Bob wants to go, what I need to do, and what's going to get me there. You may say Bob time was all about helping Bob get Bob where Bob wants to go. There was a lot of bobbing going on, and there still is to this day. Here's the thing though. That hour made the biggest difference in my life. And when I concluded that hour, I ended up having a cup of coffee. That cup of coffee was my reward. It was my recognition and reward for doing what I said I was going to do. Well, guess what? Like any habit, if you do something consistently for 21 days, in my case 25 out of 30 days is another tool that we use to make it a habit through the monthly monitor chart, that becomes a habit. And that became my habit since. So every day now, I get up at 6, I spend my power hour with me. At 7 o'clock, I reward myself with a cup of coffee. And believe me, that cup of coffee tastes really great at 7 a.m. But I don't stop there. I believe in physical fitness. From 7 to 8, I will go out, take a walk, I'll go for a swim, I'll hike, I'll ski, I'll do whatever I can. And guess what my reward is at 8 o'clock? For doing what I said I was going to do. You got it, breakfast. And then of course from breakfast, I shower, I shave, I get ready, and I go to work. At 9 o'clock, I'll start a seminar. How do you think I feel at that time? I feel absolutely fantastic. Because here's the key thing. I gave something to me first. And if I can't give it to me, how can I give it to you? If I can't do it in my life, how could I share with you how to do it in your life? So the key thing here, the key message is really by giving to yourself, you in turn can give to others. Discipline is the key. Discipline is a commitment to the most important person in the world. It means doing what you have to do even when you don't want to do it. Similarly, I've taken my life goals, the long-term life goals. I've broken them down to years. I've taken the years, broken them down to quarters. I've taken the quarters, broken them down to months, the months down to weeks, the weeks down to days, and I have defined my daily behaviors. Each day I do what I say I'm going to do, and I do it. And guess what? I eventually reach my success. I achieve what I want to achieve in the week. I achieve what I want to achieve in the month. I achieve what I wanted to achieve in the quarter and throughout the year. It's all about commitment and working to your plan. And that is discipline, that commitment to the most important person in the world. Remember, discipline, like attitude, is 100% under your control. It requires desire, awareness, determination, recognition, and rewards. If you do what you say you're going to do, recognize and reward yourself, and that behavior will get repeated. Discipline is the key.